O'Brien Abner, all the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series cars rolling out of the pit area. They're getting staged in the infield pit area. First car scheduled to come out, the 16 car, Sam Seawright out of Fort Payne, Alabama. Currently second in the point standings, finished third in our main event last night. 30-lap race that paid $5,000 to win. Right behind him, Ashton Winger, currently third in the overall point standings out of Hampton, Georgia. And this track is looking, as they say, technical tonight. Multiple grooves of different types. We've got some rubber down in some of the grooves. We've got some of the wet dirt down towards the bottom. We got a treacherous cushion up on the high side. Several cars have made wall contact during dirt draft hot laps. One of those cars, the 11 car of last night's second place finisher, Josh Rice. So they had some work to do on that car. Last night's winner, Jason Jameson, he cleaned out the right rear quarter panel and the rear deck on his car, so they had a lot of work to do from last night into today. So we are fixing to roll with our first two qualifiers. So the qualifying will determine where they start in their heat race tonight. We'll have 3 heat races. So all cars will qualify, and all cars will take time to determine their starting spot in those heat races. Here comes Sam Seawright as he pulls out on the track in car number 16, and there's Ashton Winger in the 12 car coming out. Will Dykes awaiting with the green flag in the flag stand. And we're underway with My Race Pass qualified. And there you see Seawright tagging the wall up between turns 1 and 2. Winger going to give it a run up there. He got close. You can see the spoiler bent on the 16. Sam Seawright 14.596 on his first lap. Ashton Winger flashes by. His first lap time 13.995. Sam Seawright, he's quicker on lap 2. Winger got up in the fence in turn 4 on his second lap. So Sam Seawright, lap 2, 14.532, and that is better than the first lap. Still second quick. Ashton Winger will hang on to that 13.995 on his first lap. That's the mark to shoot for fast time honors tonight. The 1G out on the Speedway. This driver cleaned out the front end on the Warrior House car last night. Had to avoid contact with other cars. He hit the front straightaway wall right about there on the inside. From down under, from Christchurch, New Zealand, this is Jackson Lovelady. He'll be joined on the Speedway by car number 91. Out of Signal Mountain, Tennessee, Heath Hindman. Jackson Lovelady, lap 1, 15.588 seconds. Hindman, 14.634. Good enough for third quick. Checkered flag out for Lovelady. Lap 2 a little bit quicker, still fourth quick, 15.468. Hindman on lap 2, he's faster but still third quick, 14.631. Okay, coming out next in the 257 car to Winfield, Tennessee, this is Skylar Marler. He's getting a push start because the transmission broken on the car, so he's got it in gear. Gets a push from one of the officials. He will be the lone car on the track to qualify because of his issue, and we hope that he will get that fixed before heat race action. So Skylar Marler in the 257 on a solo run. It's got 57 on the side, the traditional Marler number, but it's got a little itty-bitty 2 right before the 5, coming down to complete lap number 1. He'll go second quick at 14.049 seconds. So Skylar Marler just a tick of the watch away from Ashton Winger's time. Let's see what he does on lap 2. Not as fast. So the 14:049 will be the official time for Skylar Marlar. He's second quick on the clock. Scheduled to roll out next, last night's winner, Jason Jamison, in the 12J car out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Got some debris in turn one, the report from race control, so the caution flag is out. Ashton Winger, still your fast qualifier, the 5 that have taken time at 13.995. Skylar Marlar second quick at 14.049. Third quick, car number 16, Sam Seawright at 14.532. Heath Hindman, car number 91, fourth fastest at 14.631. And Jackson Lovelady in the 1G car, car number 5 at 15.468. Jason Jamison rolls out on the Speedway, going right up there looking at that wall, say, I'm coming for you. He tagged the wall several times last night during the main event. He'll be joined on the Speedway by Justin Ratliff. We got a spin. Oh, Jamison loops it, coming off a 4 to the green flag. And he's already got damage on the right rear quarter panel of that automobile. We'll look at the replay. This is Jamison coming off a 4 to the green flag. Car got loose up on the high side, and he backs it into the concrete at the head of the front straightaway. So trying to get that car straightened out. Justin Ratliff also on the Speedway in the 16R. So Jamison rolls away. He has not taken the green yet, officially. Is coming down for the green. So a clean slate, green flag coming out. Jamison hustles off at turn 4. He'll take the green flag. Backs it into turn 1, right up against the wall. Had to get on the brakes to keep from launching it. Ratliff on the clock. Here comes last night's winner, Jason Jamison, down to complete lap number 1. He'll go third quick at 14.356. Make Ratliff third quick. First lap, 14.241. Checkered flag out. Jason Jamison, lap number 2. Not as good. Justin Ratliff, not as good on lap 2. So Justin Ratliff will go third quick at 14.241. Jason Jamison in the 12J, fourth quick at 14.356. Ashton Winger still on the top of the board at 13.995. Now let's go for a ride with Joseph Joyner out of Milton, Florida. Last night's MP3 hard charger. He's going to take us all the way around Lake Cumberland Speedway on huntthefront.tv. Jackson Highs in the 388, also on the track. Joyner will go fifth quick on lap 1, 14.358. Jackson Highs eighth quick, 14.789. Jackson Highs ninth overall in the point standings. He leads the Rookie of the Year ATC Bolt point standings. Joseph Joyner not as good on lap 2. Jackson Highs not as good on lap 2. So Joseph Joyner, car number 10, will go fifth quick, 14.358. Jackson Highs in the 388. He'll be eighth fastest at 14.789. Here comes Trey Mills out of St. Augustine, Florida in the 14 Junior, currently seventh overall in the point standings coming into tonight's event. He'll be joined by the 33 Emma Dallas Miller. Dallas Miller out of Hamilton, Ohio. Trey Mills around 3 and 4, down to the white flag to complete lap number 1. He'll go sixth quick on lap 1, 14.377. Dallas Miller will go eighth quick at 14.619. Trey Mills coming around to complete lap number 2. It's quicker. He'll go up the fourth quick on his second lap, 14.329. Dallas Miller not as fast on lap 2. He will be eighth fastest on his first lap at 14.619. Hunt the front, Super Dirt Series point leader, big sexy Brandon Overton out of Evans, Georgia, brings the 76 car out on the Speedway. He'll be joined by the 57M of Cameron Marlar out of Winfield, Tennessee. Overton down for the green flag. He hustles into turn number one, trying to find that sweet spot up on the top of the racetrack. Want to get as close as you can to the wall without hitting it. Coming down to complete lap number one. Overton second quick, 14.026. Cameron Marlar third quick at 14.026. Identical laps. Overton not as fast on lap two. Here comes Marlar. Not as quick on lap two, so identical laps. Second and third, Brandon Overton did it first, 14.026. Then it was Cameron Marlar crossing the line on lap one at 14.026. Here comes last night's second place finisher, Josh Rice out of Crittenden, Kentucky, in car number 11. Another driver that made a lot of wall contact last night. He'll be joined by Derek Metters out of Williamsburg, Kentucky, in the 9 car. Josh Rice 6 quick on lap 1, 14.306. Metters will go 15th fastest at 15.491. Josh Rice not as quick on lap, well, here he comes on lap 2, not as quick. The 9 car, not as quick on lap 2. So Josh Rice will be okay, there's a fourth digit you do not see on my race pass. Cameron Marlar was quicker than Brandon Overton, so it'll be Marlar second quick. Overton will be third quick based on the fourth digit on the time clock. Down the Speedway in car number 96 out of Benton, Kentucky. Here's Tanner English. He'll be joined on the Speedway by Jeff Watson in the 11W. And the 96 car, Tanner English, will go fifth quick at 14.235. Jeff Watson 15th quick at 14.908 or 809. So Tanner English quicker on lap 2, but still fifth quick, 14.159. And Jeff Watson not as quick on lap 2. He'll be 15th quick at 14.809. Coming out in the B00 out of Newport, Tennessee, it'll be Josh Henry. He'll be followed out by the 57 of Zach Mitchell out of Henry, South Carolina. Josh Henry on the clock. Zach Mitchell on the clock. Lap 1 for the B00, Josh Henry, 15.206 in the B00. The 57, Zach Mitchell, completes lap number 1 at 14.300, 7th quick. Henry having some issues with the B00. Here's a replay, working turn number 1. Car got up in the air, could not get it turned, hit the wall up between turns 1 and 2. So it looks like he may have some front end damage on the B00 car as he tries to get it turned into the pit area down in turn 4. All right, so Josh Henry with a broken right front brings it into the pits. Zach Mitchell will be coming around for his second lap. White flag is out. Zach Mitchell flirting with disaster up close to that wall in turn one. Brings it down the backstretch. Looking to beat a 14.3 in the 57 car. Let's see what he does. He's quicker on lap two. He'll go up to fifth quick. 14.083 seconds. Zach Mitchell, car number 57, fifth fastest. Just a few more cars yet to qualify. I believe we've got two more rolling out. The defending Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series champion out of Florence, Alabama, currently 6th overall in the point standings, Josh Putnam. He'll be followed out by Caden Mullinex out of Birmingham, Alabama, third-generation racer, 10th in the point standings and second in the ATC Bolts Rookie of the Year point standing. So green flag out for both drivers. Here comes Josh Putnam. High, wide, and handsome off of 4. He'll take the white flag. Eighth quick for Josh Putnam at 14.253. Lap 2, not as good. The M2, Caden Mullinex, 18th quick on lap 1. Let's see what he does on lap 2. Not as quick. He'll stand on his first lap time of 14.918. So our fast qualifier tonight out of Hampton, Georgia in car number 12. It'll be Ashton Air Force Winger in 13.995. Let's turn it over to Hunter Jordan with our fast qualifier.
Standing here with your quick time qualifier, Ashton Winger. Ashton, you look really good early on. How'd this track feel?
Oh, it's pretty narrow down there. There's a little bit more to grab a hold to down there, but man, your butthole kind of puckers up down there. It's pretty narrow. So just thanks to Jeff Matthews for everything. He's stuck behind me, honestly, when I probably haven't given him a lot of a reason to this year. We've had just not a whole lot of stuff go our way, and when we have nights where it looks like we're going to contend, I sometimes do some stuff to put us in a bad spot. So looks like we might have an opportunity to be in a good spot here. So just hopefully we can do all the right moves. And just shout out to my dad and Zach for working their butts off. And RVS, Kurz, Kaiser Manufacturing, Integra Shocks, Andy Durham Race Engine, Super K Express, FK Rod Ends, A Plus Collision Center, CSR Aluminum Fabrication, Wiles Drive Shaft, Steel Carpenters. Man, there's so many people that helped me. And want to say to my girl Lexi, I miss her. She was here, and say to my mama back home, we'll try to end up talking to you guys again later.
Last night, he started off, a rough night, turned it into a top 10 finish. Let's see if he can do it again tonight. Off to a good start. Ladies and gentlemen, your quick time qualifier, Ashton Winger.
Thank you, Hunter Jordan, and always a colorful interview, Ashton Winger. So maybe we'll be talking to him again tonight after some of the heat race action. I know he wants to talk to Hunter after the feature tonight. So that will conclude my race pass qualifying. Ashton Winger, your quick qualifier. Brandon Overton, second quick. Cameron Marlar, car number 57M, third fastest. Skylar Marlar, fourth quick in the 257. And the 57 is Zach Mitchell, fifth quick. Tanner English, sixth in car number 96. Seventh, the 16R of Justin Ratliff. Eighth quick, Josh Putnam in the 212 car. Josh Rice, car number 11, ninth quick. And 10th fastest on the My Race Pass scoring loop. It'll be Trey Mills in the 14 junior, and I got to go back up and correct myself. They do have a hidden fourth number on the time, and the quicker time was actually Cameron Marlar. So he'll be second quick. Brandon Overton, car number 76, third fastest in your My Race Pass qualifying. So we've got heat race action. It'll be coming back over to Brian Abner.
Thank you very much. We do have a couple classes left here for hot lap qualifying. Your Caleb Wilson Lumber Grassroots Hobby Stocks. We're going to go 5 at a time here. We have 15 signed in here tonight for the Grassroots Hobby Stocks. The Marlar family represented very well here tonight is David Marlar, the dad to Skylar and Cameron. He is racing in this class tonight. David Marlar, if you saw that number 57 in the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series, Cameron Marlar, that is a throwback. That paint scheme he has on that car, that is a throwback to his dad's super late model back when his dad was turning laps in a super late model. His dad here in the Grassroots Hobby Stocks tonight, and picked up the feature win last night here at Lake Cumberland Speedway. We'll see him out in this next group. The first group out on the racetrack in the 216, Brandon Hutton out of Corbin, Kentucky. In that 216, the 145 of Braden Noble. Braden out of Tyner, Kentucky. In the 14, Blake Brown, double duty tonight as he's in the open wheel modifieds and here in the Grassroots Hobby Stocks out of Corbin, Kentucky. Weston Crabtree in that 12W out of Stearns, Kentucky. And the 47, that is Chris Privet out of Burnside, Kentucky. So hot lap qualifying underway here at Lake Cumberland Speedway. And caution is out as Brandon Hutton, that car comes to a stop, rolling down on the bottom of the racetrack. Yeah, you see the right front on that Brandon Hutton machine, the 216. That, what would you say, it's a little towed out? Yeah, it's not straight. Let's just put it that way. I remember as a kid, my dad used to take me to Anderson Speedway. You see on the replay, he got the wall hard in 3. My goodness, that car just about went over. Yes, he sure was. My goodness, that was a hard hit. But as I was saying, my dad used to take me to Anderson Speedway up in Indiana when I was a kid, before we moved to Kentucky as a child. But I would watch the street stock class there, and they would roll those tires out that way at Anderson Speedway. Roll that right front, roll it up real good. Still not as much as you saw in that car right there. So, and we're going to get him off the track. If we could, please, the young children there against the fence, we need you back away from that fence, please. We need everyone back away from the fence, please. If someone would go out and grab those 2 children and get them away from the fence. We cannot go any further until they're off the fence and back into the bleacher area. If you could go get the kids there, please. Thank you very much. There we go. Going to keep everybody safe here. When cars are on the track, we're not allowed to be up against that fence area. So Brandon Hutton take that car to the pits. Hopefully he can get that fixed for later on tonight in the last chance showdown. So Braden Noble in the 145 with a 16.930 on his first lap. He's fast so far. Blake Brown, the 17.022 on his first lap. Braden Noble in the 145, Blake Brown in the 14, the 12W of Weston Crabtree. Young man picked up a feature win earlier this year at Ponderosa Speedway. His first ever feature win in the Grassroots Hobby Stocks. Young man out of Stearns, Kentucky right there in that 12W. Chris Privet in the 47 out of Burnside, Kentucky. Noble continues to be your quick qualifier, but right behind him by 3/1000ths of a second is Blake Brown, and Brown not going to be able to better it this time around, as it is a 16.930 to a 16.993 here. So Braden Noble, your fast qualifier. Blake Brown goes second. Next group rolling out onto the racetrack, the 87 of Thomas Neal with us here tonight. Wasn't able to be here with us last night. And last night's feature winner, as we were talking about, the Hall of Famer here at Lake Cumberland Speedway, that is David Marlar in that 57. The 4, Adrian Smith Jr. ran second last night. Your track champion here at Lake Cumberland Speedway in the Grassroots Hobby Stocks division. There you see Adrian Smith out of Albany, Kentucky. The R14 of Ryland Duncan. Ryland out of Winfield, Tennessee. And the 5 fan favorite here at Lake Cumberland Speedway out of Eubank, Kentucky. That is Rooster the Kid. And, we've got him piled up over in turn 2. Heavy contact between Ryland Duncan and Adrian Smith, as it looked like Smith may have looped that car around and Duncan got into him. But some heavy damage there in hot laps. We were talking earlier about this racetrack. Last night it was a very heavy, tacky racetrack. You see the front end is not set where it's supposed to be on that car. Here's your replay. Smith goes down into turn 1, just a little hot. That car sets and just keeps on going. Ryland Duncan coming in. Brakes locked up on the 4. Duncan nowhere to go, and boom, there it is. A hard hit for both of those drivers. As we were talking about, the track was a lot heavier last night. A heavy racetrack, very racy racetrack. A different track tonight. It's already slicked up. You see the black on the racetrack starting to slick up a little bit. You're going to see drivers diving to the bottom. You're going to see them running the top tonight. Several grooves here at Lake Cumberland Speedway, but drivers trying to drive it as if it was the tacky track last night and not working out for them. You see the damage on that R14 of Ryland Duncan. So Duncan going to take that car to the pits and hopefully get it ready for last chance showdowns. Rooster the Kid in that number 5 machine. So green flag back out for Thomas Neal, David Marler, and Rooster the Kid. Grassroots Hobby Stocks signed in tonight. And caution is out for Thomas Neal on the bottom of turn 2 there as he looped that car around. So we did get the 2 laps in for everybody. So Braden Noble, Blake Brown, David Marler, your top 3. So even though he got the wall over in turn 3 and 4 earlier, Brandon Hutton did turn a lap, and he is 4th quick. Weston Crabtree, Thomas Neal, Rooster the Kid, and Chris Privet now in 8th position. That is your bump spot. Top 8 locking into tonight's A main. The rest will go to the last chance showdown. We're setting up the first 4 rows by qualifying. Rows 5 and beyond will be set up by our last chance showdown coming up later on tonight here at Lake Cumberland Speedway. So we'll have 1 lap coming for each of these drivers. The 57 of David Marler, the 5 of Rooster the Kid. Marler 3rd quick on that first lap. He has 1 more lap coming to him. Marler off of 3 into 4, off of 4. Coming to the flag stand. And he will stay right there. 17.065 will be his quick lap. So our next group set to hit the track. Our final group of the night here for the Grassroots Hobby Stocks. The T22 of Stacy Decker, 2nd generation driver out of Eubank, Kentucky. The 32 of Chase McWhorter out of Kings Mountain, Kentucky. Chase driving that car here tonight, usually driven by Logan Preston. And the 24, that is Ethan Decker. Ethan, 3rd generation driver out of Eubank, Kentucky. His dad Stacy in the T22. And also in that 12 machine here tonight, the T12 is Michael Todd. Michael out of Williamsburg, Kentucky. First time here in a while for that number 12 machine. And the 29, last night's fast qualifier, that is Randy Hacker. Randy out of Oneida, Tennessee. So they are going to give the 29 of Hacker one more lap as he did get stuck behind the T12 of Todd. So they're going to give him one more lap here. Chase McWhorter goes 6th quick with a 17.267. And Hacker will finish up his qualifying. All right, so top 8 going on through qualifying here tonight. Braden Noble, your fast qualifier, a 16.930. Blake Brown goes 2nd. David Marler 3rd. Then it's Brandon Hutton, Randy Hacker, Chase McWhorter. Then it's going to be Stacy Decker and Ethan Decker making it in through qualifying here tonight at Lake Cumberland Speedway. Last chance showdowns coming up later on for your Grassroots hobby stocks. Front-wheel drive mini stocks, 14 entered here tonight. We'll lock in the top 8. Have our last chance showdown coming your way. Crown Vics to go after that, and then we will get into opening ceremonies here tonight at Lake Cumberland Speedway. We're going to go 5, 5, and 4 in the front-wheel drive mini stocks. Last night's fast qualifier in the 21 machine, Dustin Duncan was leading the race, and calamity ensued on the backstretch as we lost 4 of our top 5 drivers in a collision down the backstretch. Eric Parton, who was running 2nd or 3rd at the time, Eric Parton inherited the lead there and went on to win that race. He is your current points leader here in the front-wheel drive mini stock division. So we're getting set to roll out our first group of 5. Eric Bryant in the 33 out of Somerset, Kentucky. Rookie driver out of Liberty, Kentucky, making his first start here at Lake Cumberland Speedway. That is Braden Irvin. Braden in that 92X out of Liberty, Kentucky. His dad, Shane Irvin, a former track champion in the Mustang division and in the Pro Late Model division here at Lake Cumberland Speedway. The 17 of Raymond Fusen. Raymond out of Williamsburg, Kentucky. Also on the track in the 41 is Paxton Cox. And the 16 of Megan Wolkin. So caution is out right now. All right, we're under caution here. We're going to get ready to turn them loose. Now they're going to get spread out. We'll see the green flag next time by here. 2 laps coming up for your front-wheel drive mini stocks. So Raymond Fusen going to bring him to the green. Eric Bryant in the 33, Megan Wolkin in the 16, the 92X of Braden Irvin, and the 41 of Paxton Cox. So Eric Bryant, the quick time out of that group so far. And it looks like Raymond Fusen may not have picked up. So the 17 of Raymond Fusen did not pick up on on the transponder. So they'll get him back up here to the front. We're going to go to our next group, rolling out onto the track. Anthony Brock out of Williamsburg, Kentucky in that 22. Lane Durr in the number 55 out of Lawrenceburg, Kentucky in that group. That'll be rolling out. So we're fixing a radio issue there. We're going to roll out our next group. Lane Durr in the 55. The 54, Brandon Dalton. Brandon out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. The K7 of Austin Kuskowski. Austin out of Oneida, Tennessee, and that K7. And the 75, last night's feature winner and your current points leader here at Lake Cumberland Speedway. He's also the 2023 track champion here at the racetrack out of Williamsburg, Kentucky. That is Eric Parton in the 75. Anthony Brock goes to the top of the leaderboard at 17.235. That is short-lived to 16.722 for Brandon Dalton. So 16.722 for Brandon Dalton. Eric Parton goes third at 17.272. Parton a little bit of a push on that car as he comes off of 4. And Austin Kuskowski goes second at 17.204. So it's Brandon Dalton, Austin Kuskowski, Anthony Brock, Eric Parton, Eric Bryant, your top 5. As we get set to bring out our last group of qualifiers, Jim Rowland in the 78 took a wild ride last night as he hit the inside wall on the backstretch and rode down the